Alright guys, we're back for some more Neobrand content in Modern. Today we're mixing up some of the flex spots, but overall the deck has become pretty stock. So let's quickly go over the main deck and sideboard flex spots and we can get into the games. So as we know, we're playing at least 6 to 8 packs in the deck. We have 4 Summoners Pact and 3 Pact the Negation today. We're running 3 Consign to Memory. Sometimes you'll see the complete set, but we have the 1 Consign in the sideboard. The main change overall for this specific list is the 2 Veil of Summer in the main. With black and blue decks being so popular in Modern right now, running main deck Veil of Summer isn't that crazy. We're a combo deck, so we're always trying to protect our combo, protect our hand from hand disruption. Veil of Summer just fits perfectly there, and it's a green card. The rest of the deck is pretty normal with your 4 ofs. The only other difference is we're running 1 Attracts instead of 2, and then we have 3 Hooting Mandrills in the main. Moving on to the sideboard, again, it's become pretty stock overall. Some of the flex spots we're running tonight are 1 Great Sable Stag. This is for the Dimir matchup, which can be pretty difficult, but can't be countered, has protection from the deck, pretty annoying for them. Also, we're trying 1 Turn the Earth. In the past, we've had Endurance. This is just another graveyard hate card. Other than that, we have our other 2 Veil of Summers, our 4th Hooting Mandrills, 3 Nature's Claim for those Vexing Baubles, and Mystical Dispute for counterspells. So that's just a quick overview of this version of Neobrand. But before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. Also, we are a Mana Traders content creator, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all that information is in the description below. So if you want to see more Modern content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, welcome to match 1 on the draw, and we're going to keep this hand. We have lands, we have Neoform, we have a way to find, Allosaurus, Surveil lands. I think this is fine. Another land, not really what we want. Up against a black deck, we do have the Veil. There's a Saga. So at least we can Surveil here. Hedge Maze. Planar Genesis to the graveyard. Another Planar Genesis, okay. I guess we'll play Misty and pass. No short of digging here. End step, Bowmasters. Another Saga. Get it for 2. Probably looking like a Urani game. Alright, they just pass, maybe make some constructs. Get a forest here. Save some life. Cast Planar Genesis. Looking for that Allosaurus Rider. We find it. Disciple. So now we can Allosaurus hold up Veil. Pitch here and here. Cast Neoform. Guess we'll get Urani. Let's try it. Let's clear the board. It's a 2-turn clock. You could always get Griselbrand and Veil of Summer, but a little awkward with the Bowmasters. They just make constructs, we don't care. They could also get a Needle, which would be awkward. I'm not going to crack this too, because if they want to get a Needle with this, I'm totally fine with that. They do get the Needle. Because they could get a redraw effect, they could get like a Shadow Spear, just like something else. But like, we don't care about this. Momentum Breaker. Oh my god, each opponent. Alright, well, we got. That is hilarious. Main deck, random, like... Alright, let's rebuild. Play Planar Genesis. We find Summoner's Pact and Neoform. Let's take Neoform. Play Breeding Pool and pass. So now we got punished for not cracking this, but I feel like I'm not sure what else they could get with Urza Saga. I guess we'll see. So if we draw Allosaurus Rider, we're fine. Sort of. Momentum Breaker. Yeah, they do have the Shadow Spear. They play 6. We find Evolution Effect. So now we kind of wish we took the Pact instead. They get him for 5. And they just pass. Draw Pact Negation. Damn. So weird. Alright, so I guess we're not going for the hilarious Urani plays. Let's get the Veil of Summer in. Some Nature's Claims for the Sagas, maybe. Take these out and try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. We're going to keep it. We have Consign for the Summoner's Pact. We have Neoform. Obviously they have Thoughtseize, but we'll work around it. Go Windswept Heath, go. Should take the Neoform. That's what they do. We will Surveil. Generous Ent to the yard. Get some Hooting Mandrills going. And we draw the Neoform again. Fantastic. So we can't Summoner's Pact for Allosaurus Rider this turn. We don't have enough green cards to pitch and cast, so we'll just play the land and pass. Probably going to Neoform the Mandrills. Would be funny to consign this. It would be funny to consign this, but we're not gonna. Damping Sphere. I don't think we care about Damping Sphere, right? Let's Surveil. Veil of Summer to the graveyard. I mean, I guess we can't go off twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like if we play Hooting Mandrills, we can't Neoform at the same turn. Yeah, let's just counter that. It'll put stuff in the yard, and we can just do this next turn. Pretty interesting sideboard card against us. Planar Genesis. Let's go Island. Cast Hooting Mandrills. Neoform. Get a Traxa. Hopefully they don't have the Sacrifice card again. So we find Allosaurus, Neoform, Veil of Summer. Wow, we actually have pretty bad hits. To play around it, let's just play an Allosaurus Rider out also. Then if they do nothing, we can Neoform the Allosaurus Rider. Looks like they have it. They do. That's tempting. We could sacrifice the Atraxa and then just Neoform Allosaurus for Griselbrand. Yeah, let's do that. Gyruda Reach Sanitarium. Spellbomb, sure. Windswept Heath. Let's crack it. Get a land out of our deck, and we're going to need lands to cast like counters anyway. Probably just get a forest. Let's attack first. Down to 13. And then we're casting Neoform. As much as I want to get Ureni, let's just get Griselbrand. Draw 7 while they're tapped out. Wow, we hit nothing. I guess we will just cast another Allosaurus Rider to play around more effects like this. And then we'll pass. We can hold up Planar Genesis. Oh, actually, they could Needle Griselbrand. I guess that's a thing. We can always Besage you the Needle. Are we going to draw 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Yeah, this is fine. If they Needle Griselbrand, we just Besage you this and attack for lethal. Vexing Bauble. A little late for that. Good to know that they have it, though. Let's just Besage you this, and then we have lethal on board. I guess Besaging it gives them a out with Bowmasters. Maybe that wasn't good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, I mean, we have to Besage it anyway. They could Bowmasters us afterwards. So they have Momentum Breaker, Vexing Bauble. We like the Nature's Claims. Maybe we want one more just because they have Vexing Bauble, Pithing Needle, Sagas. Consign's looking a little better also. Maybe packed out completely. Do we take out Ureni just because we know that they have that? It's tempting. It's actually, we're gonna go down 1 Galta and try that. All right, game 3, we have the Allosaurus Rider. We have a way to find an evolution effect. We have Surveil Lands. We are up against a black deck, so they're gonna have Thoughtseize. We have the Besage. I'm gonna keep. The Besage is good against turn 1 Vexing Bauble. Thoughtseize, a little rough, but we have Genesis and Surveil Lands. There's the Vexing Bauble. Like, hopefully, maybe they just kept on the back of this, which would be good. Evolution effect. Okay. So we just got to make our land drops and not die. They always have the Saga. We'll go to Hedge Maze. Generous End to the yard. Consign to memory. Let's play at the forest. I'm going to look to Planar Genesis. I don't want to play this out just in case. I want to save this for Hedge Maze if possible. Evergreen Tomb. Shock it in. Guess Planar Genesis. Say no. Take the Nature's Claim. You could also end step Besage this and then pop off, but we need our green cards. So I'll say okay. Draw Neoform. Makes things a little easier actually. But yeah, I guess end step Besage you, and then we untap and we Allosaurus Rider. We wouldn't have enough green sources. No. But now we do. So we go Misty. Let's get a Breeding Pool. I just want all the colors of mana. We could get an island to save life. Start with the Nature's Claim. See if they want to crack it to draw a card. Okay, that's good for us. And we're going to pitch here and here. So what sucks is that this can go get a Needle for Griselbrand, but I think that's fine. Green, cast Neoform. Like, we can't get Ureni because they'll just have it every single time. Griselbrand, we'll pass. I guess this loses to Bowmasters. Oh, I wanted to do it at their draw step. Let's draw. See if they have the Bowmasters. They did not. I guess see if they have this sack card too. They get another Vexing Bauble. Jesus. And they do have it. That's crazy they've had it all 3 games. I mean, at least they're not doing anything. They have no pressure. We can always Besage you this. And they have another Saga too. Good draws for them. I mean, I know we're doing our thing, but like, the fact that they just have this every single time. Draw Neoform. So let's play Misty. Go get an island. I'm down to 8. We could Besage you this. What are the chances they have another one of these in hand? We Besage you this. Pact for Allosaurus. Neoform. Go get Ureni. And just kind of hope. Cast Besage you. They didn't have Bowmasters last time, so I don't imagine they have it again. They crack it. Cast Summoner's Pact. We only have 1 consign in the deck, too. Or no, we have 2. Go get Allosaurus. Oh, can we just win here? Here and here. Yeah, let's just win. Neoform. Get Galta. With the trigger on the stack, we're going to cast Summoner's Pact. Go get Xenagos. Put Xenagos into play. Move to combat. Trigger Xenagos. I like zoned out there. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that we had everything. Attack for lethal. And there you go. Alright, match 2 on the draw. And we're going to keep this hand. We have a turn 2 Neoform. Bloodstained Mire. Never really want to see this. It always makes me think Thoughtseize. A 3rd Planar Genesis. Pretty crazy. Let's just play Windswept Heath and pass. Gonna look to get a Hedge Maze here. Underground Mortuary. Maybe Hand Disruption. This could be anything. They keep it on top, so we don't know. Ooh, 4 color. Is this Frog? Whale of the Forgotten. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. So let that happen. I remember when this card came out, it looked like it was going to be pretty sick. Riveteer's Charm and Snapcaster, so they are a graveyard deck. Get a Hedge Maze. Galta to the graveyard. Atraxa. Ugh. Shock that in, bolt that in. Pitch here and here. Cast Neoform. Get Griselbrand. I'm going to draw 7 now. Because I don't know if they have Bowmasters or not. I know we're going to have to discard, but it's not a big deal. I did draw the 2nd Galta. Pitch here, here, and here. I guess we could have gotten a Galta and put in a Atraxa maybe? I don't know. They play Pillar of Perunes. I haven't seen this card in forever. So at least we get to untap with a Veil. You also could have maybe kept the untapped land. They're paying costs at our upkeep. Can we Veil it? Destroy target monocolored creature. Veil of Summer. Crazy. Main deck Veil. So gross. Move to combat. Imagine if they did that on their turn. Playing around like force or something, I don't know. They go down to 9. So we can... Wait, could we have just won? Did I miss that? No. I guess no, because we'd have to draw. I think we could have won. So we draw. Yeah, so we draw, play Allosaurus Rider, look for an untapped land, Neoform, Galta, do that whole thing. That's fine. I was too impressed with the main deck Veil. We'll just Allosaurus, pitching here and here. We'll draw 7. Looking for a Pact, Consign to Memory, that's good. Wow, no untapped land either. Alright, we'll play the Hedge Maze. Ureni, we'll graveyard that. Bin here. I guess we're just gonna bin all the combo stuff. Yeah, we definitely should have just won last turn. I'm kind of messing around now. But now we have Pact the Negation. They're letting us untap again. Now they're doing something. Drown in the lock. Alright, I guess we'll pack this, assuming they don't have another counterspell. Alright, so we're going to cast with Replicate. That way they can't counter it. And we can always just draw with Griselbrand. But again, this could all be avoided if we would have just went for the kill. Drown again. We'll draw 7. We'll pact it. So disgusting. Okay, and they scoop. Veil, pact. So dumb. Alright, so we definitely want the Veils in. The Disputes are probably really good too. They have Snapcaster Mages, so their graveyard is somewhat important for them. Let's say 2 packs, 2 Genesis, this, Ureni. I feel like Ureni is going to be really good against them. Take out a Galta. Let's try this. What's this? 60 exactly. Let's try that. Alright, game 2. It's a little sketchy hand. We have Surveil. We have Mandrills as the creature for the evolution effect, Veil for maybe some hand disruption. We still don't know exactly what they're on. Let's try it. You can probably go down. The double consign to memory is a little awkward. Maybe it'll be good in some way that we haven't seen yet. They just go Delta, pass, draw another land. So we'll go Misty Go. Yeah, the double consign is awkward, especially because we don't have any packs to pay for yet. They just Surveil. Keep it on top. They are a counter deck, so I don't mind kind of chilling. We have the Veil for whenever we go off. Surveil. Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact for Allosaurus is tempting. We have the consign to memory. I think I'll keep it. It's a green card if nothing else. Let's just kind of take our time though. They're just going to keep surveilling. But yeah, I think we keep this. I don't know. You guys let me know if you would bin that or not. Looking for like more action or just like an actual rider. They just get a Blood Crypt. They shock in Breeding Pool. Interesting. They may have something at our end step. Get a Hedge Maze. There's an Allosaurus Rider. Pretty funny. I guess we'll keep that on top too. Play this tapped and just pass. So we can pitch like all of this, holding up Veil. We just need lands. End step, they Flame of Anor. Okay. Could also be bidding this for Disputes. Thoughtseize. That's Veil. If they want to counter it, that's fine. I'm glad we won game 1 because this is like going to be ridiculous. Oh, we draw a Generous Ent, so we can make a land drop that way. Our Veil is gone, which is unfortunate. So now they have 2 mana to maybe counter something. It's Forest Cycle. So the question is, do we get the Hedge Maze for Surveil, or do we get the untapped land for something else? Let's just get the Hedge Maze. Ugh, we draw the Pact. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we go for it. Let's, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't Hooting Mandrills. We can Hooting Mandrills for 2 mana, but then we can't Evolution it. All right, let's just go for it here. See if they have the counterspell. They do not. If they do have it, they'll use it here, though. Is a Charm. Okay. We will counter that. Oof. The world is our oyster. I mean, I guess we're just going to get the Griselbrand and draw a bunch. That's like the safest bet. Even though I do want to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards here. We'll just get Griselbrand. I don't know if they're running Bowmasters. Let's just draw now. We don't draw a Pact. Draw's actually pretty bad here. We do draw the Veil. No untapped mana. We play the Misty. That's why we didn't play the Hedge Maze also. Then I guess we'll pass. Do we play out the Allosaurus Rider, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. They're F6, so we could fetch Veil of Summer. If they try to drown, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't drown Griselbrand. It's not yet. If we fetch, they can. We're also not going to fetch at their end step, because we already have the Hedge Maze, and we don't want to tap out. All right, that happens. We'll replicate. Same targets. You could actually just cast this once and make them do something, because we have 2 consigns. Maybe that's a play also. We've talked about that before, but kind of baiting that. All right, Ureni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can drown this. They most likely have a drown. I would love to Neoform this. I guess let's just attack. We'd have to tap too much to do this. So let's make them act first. Attack with everything. You know they have something. We could Neoform into Galta and could put these into play. Flame of Anor. So is that just bait, most likely? Like, why are they... This is just deal 5. They're not even drawing any cards. That's fine. They should drown this now. That's my guess. Pretty easy. All right, they go down to 9. Let's draw. We don't draw the Rider. We do draw Mandrills and a Veil. Get a Forest, Hedge Maze, land to the yard. I guess now we can't draw Dispute. I was going to play Mandrills out and then hold up Veil of Summer, but then we'd go down to 7 life and we can't draw. Alright, so we'll just pass. Galta, Freylease, land. I guess this is a pretty telegraphed Veil now. No plays again. They cast Riveteer's Charm. Target player. Alright, I mean, we're gonna Veil it. If they want to kill Griselbrand, they can. Okay, never mind. There's a Dispute. Let's attack. Veil of Summer really putting in work against the multicolored deck. Down to 2. Cast Shooting Mandrills. Neoform. What can we get with this? Anything? I didn't even check. We just get an Allosaurus Rider. Turn a 4/4 into a 7/7. So we could Neoform this and put both of these into play. Alright, they just concede anyway. Alright, match 3 on the play. Alright, we have 2 lands, triple evolution effect, Griselbrand in hand. I think we can go to 6. This is a no-lander, like Disciple and nothing else. Let's go to 5. Alright, we gotta keep this. We can't mulligan anymore, so we'll just put back these 2. So we have at least 2 lands. We can play our Genesis looking for an evolution effect. We just need green cards. They start with the Gemstone Caverns. So we're just gonna Surveil turn 1. They Surveil. They exiled Waxen Shape Thief. Interesting. So this is gonna be a Gyruda like copy deck. So we just kinda gotta pop off as soon as possible before they do. Edge Maze, Planar Genesis to the graveyard. We're fueling Mandrills. We're getting closer to evolutions. We draw Griselbrand, Jesus. Alright, well, bolt that in, pass. Literally the worst draw possible. A tapped, like, Ancient Tomb, pretty cool. Cast Planar Genesis. Find the Neoform. We'll take that. So we're gonna have to get Galta and put Griselbrand into play. So we don't have enough green cards to actually put Allosaurus into play. We could shock this in and play Mandrills. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't know what their deck is, so we'll just play this out. And then we can get Atraxa with Neoform next turn. And then the following turn we'll hopefully have enough green cards. Unless they just kill this. Oh, they cycle. Okay. I got worried there for a second. So we don't know what their deck is. They have 5 mana if they cast a legendary spell. They get an island. What's the legendary spell they're going to cast? Oh, they put Gyruda to hand. Okay. So they're going to look to Gyruda next turn. We draw the Misty. Let's play Misty. Let's just get a blue source. We'll just get an island here. I'm going to try to save life if possible. So I'm trying to eliminate less chances of drawing lands with Atraxa. So let's attack first. And then we're going to have to counter, I guess, Gyruda? I don't know. We'll see. Well, we can't counter it because we don't have Griselbrand to fetch a bunch of stuff. So they are going to get the Gyruda. We'll see if we can do anything about it. Oh, we have Consign to Memory, so we can counter that trigger. So let's take Consign to Memory. Allosaurus. Yeah, we're giving up Pact the Negation. I guess Hedge Maze. Only 3 hits. Not the greatest. We'll pass. But we do get to consign this trigger. They will have copy effects, though. Ugh, they have a Phantasmal Image. That's pretty gross. We can't consign that. We can consign this trigger, though. So we'll consign this trigger so that way they can't search. Or they can't get the effect from Atraxa. That feels pretty bad. And this does have Death Touch, so the fact that ours is bigger doesn't mean anything. Windswept Heath. Let's just attack. They're going to block. Play Hedge Maze. Eldritch Evolution. I mean, it's a green card. We'll keep it on top. But we know they have Gyruda in hand. This deck is, unfortunately, really good against our deck. Just because they have cheap copy cards, and the fact that we drew Griselbrand is just the worst. Heartless Summoning. Okay, so it's a Heartless Summoning deck. Alright, we know about the evolution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're actually close to just casting Allosaurus Rider. We'll just pass. Let's see if they play Gyruda now. They do. Unfortunately, we don't have a consign. We build Neoform. They got the Spark Double. They do it again. They mill us Galta. Yeah, this deck just like randomly destroys our deck. Metamorph. So sad. They do it again. Because they can just take our biggest creatures into another Gyruda. They're gonna copy Gyruda again. They do. I'm just seeing if they mill. They haven't milled Xenagos yet. They're just like popping off. Double consign. Did they get all the Galtas? 1. Guess we can see what their deck is too. It's just gonna be a Heartless Summoning Gyruda deck. Alright, we'll just concede. They kind of milled all our win cons here. Alright, so we want the Mystical Disputes. Definitely want the consign. They are running black, so maybe they have Thoughtseize as well. I don't know, we'll see. If we want all of this, take out some packs. Genesis, Xenagos, Ureni can come out. Galta, 1 Mandrills, we'll try that. Alright, we're gonna keep. We have Consign, just in case they go off. We have Rider, Evolution Effect. Go Misty, probably start with a Hedge Maze. We go Cloudkeeper, get a Hedge Maze. Pack the Negation, I'm gonna keep it on top. I like it. Maybe we want more green cards because we're going to be playing these out. Play this tapped. Maybe we don't need that actually. It'll be good for when we pop off. Arborg, Heartless Summoning, Neoform, great draw. So unfortunately we can't hold up Consign to Memory, but we can hold up Force Pact the Negation. So that's Allosaurus, pitching here and here. I'm not going to play the land because I want to get Griselbrand and play an untap land. So with Neoform, get Griselbrand. I'm going to draw 7 now. For, again, we don't know exactly what's in their deck. I don't think they're running Bowmasters with Heartless Summoning, but we want to draw the Windswept Heath. Okay. Then we'll just pass. Then we'll throw back Evolution and Disciple. So we have Pact the Negation to protect. We have Veil to protect. They play the Adawara. That could have been bad. I guess hopefully they don't have a copy card. They do. Phantasmal Image. I'm going to pack this, actually. See if they have another one. We're just going to draw 7. We can't Veil it, so we'll Consign, Replicate 1. Hedge Maze. Let's attack. Up to 20. Trying to think if we want to Boseiju this. Let's draw. We do draw the Dispute. So let's play out the island, save some life. We could also play out Mandrills to get the kill next turn. But I think we're fine. What are they doing here? They cycle. Alright, we'll clean up. We did draw the Forest. Probably should have just fetched the Forest here. Probably have to get Breeding Pool. Phantasmal Image again. We'll dispute that. They Surveil. They keep it on top. Let's fetch. Get the Breeding Pool. Do we Boseiju this now? I'm going to say no. Atraxa. Play the Forest. I think we're like fine. I'm like second guessing everything. Like we should have played out Mandrill so that way we win this turn. We can Boseiju this. It gets them a land, but they need this. They're at 4. Okay, and they just concede. Yeah, I think we could have won like a while ago. So Nature's Claim is good. I actually want the Flood Mauls because just targeting any one of their spirits gets rid of it. Nature's Claim is good for Heartless Summoning. Like, how much do we care about that? And if they don't have it, like, whatever. Yeah, let's just run it back. I don't know how good Veil of Summer is against them, actually. Let's bring in the Flood Maul. Alright, we're going to keep this. We have the turn 2 Neoform with Pact Negation back up. Consign to Memory. So Lethal from Forest. We will cycle Generous End to get the Breeding Pool. And then just pop off. Urborg. Heartless Summoning. Full Forest Cycle. Get the Breeding Pool. We're going to be looking for Pact the Negations. Play around Spectral or Spirit. Shock this in. Pitch Rider. Oh, actually, wait. We don't have the green card. I was going to say, we could win if we had another green card. But we have to pitch here and here. Because we could have just won with Galta. Neoform. Get Griselbrand. We have the Pacts. We have the Consigns. Get rid of a land. Evolution. Galta. We'll see if they have the Spirit. They don't have any blue mana. Never mind. And it's Cavern of Souls. They choose Shapeshifter. Phyrexian Metamorph. Can't be countered. That's actually really funny. Should they get their own Griselbrand, which they can draw? They go to 11. If they're not careful, we can bounce it and kill them. They are going to cast more spells, though. Alright, they choose to do nothing. Move to clean up. So what do they have? They just have black mana, so we're not sure what they could be doing. Maybe just cycle again? Vestige. Sakashima. We have Neoform. Windswept Heath. Gonna go... I guess we'll get a Hedge Maze. I thought we had the island. Where's the... we can't get an island with that. That's my bad. Veil of Summer to the graveyard. Alright, I guess we'll bounce this. They're gonna pay something. They cycle. Yeah, it sucks we don't have blue now for Consign. We'll attack. Alright, we're just going to, at end step, we're gonna Boseiju this. Just make it awkward for them. They get the Surveil land. You could argue doing this at their draw step, but again, I don't know what they're playing, so I don't know if that would be more beneficial for them. They untap with Heartless Summoning. They can instant speed some stuff. They do have a Cavern, so our Pact the Negation is less good. I also feel bad about not getting the untapped blue source. Heartless Summoning. I'm just going to pack that. See if they have another one, or they have a Phantasmal Image. Let's draw 7. Yeah, see, we drew the Disputes. Draw 7 more. We'd be fine if we had the untapped source. Alright, we find it. They play the Adawara. Consign with Replicate. So we're going to cast Consign. We have to target both of these. Target this one. I think they're just making sure we target this correctly. Unless they have a Consign themselves. They do. Oh man. Yeah, we didn't draw anything. All because we didn't tap correctly here. Yeah, that's on us. Alright, match 4 on the play. And we have no parts of the combo, so we're going to mulligan. Alright, it's a 1-lander, but we'll keep it. Put back Galta. We have Surveil lands. We can hopefully find the second land. Lead off in a Hedge Maze. Looking for lands. Nice. Then we can Planar Genesis. Looking for Evolution Effect. There's a Saga. Is this Amulet? It is. It's a shame we couldn't consign that. Play Misty. Maybe we can look to consign another important trigger. Shifting Woodland. Explore. Gardens. At least we're not dead on turn 2 by them. But they're going to have another Amulet, though. Let's get the island. Planar Genesis. We do find a Breeding Pool. But we also find a Pact Negation and Planar Genesis. So we can take the Pact. Maybe they'll Summoner's Pact for something. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna take the Pact Negation here. I'm gonna high roll it. We draw another one. All right, well, the reason I took the Pact is because we're kind of behindish. You could have been more proactive and taken the land drop and hope to hit something, but they make a construct. Okay, so the fact that they're making the construct makes this plan a lot worse, especially if they're on the Saga plan. Neoform. Okay, well, that just makes everything perfect. So, good top deck for us. Cast Allosaurus, Neoform, get Griselbrand. We should have drawn 7 and made a land drop. So now we don't have Consign to Memory up. We can still pack the negation if they go to cast a Titan or something. Definitely mess that all up, though. Alright, they do have the Titan. Let's draw 7. Yeah, we would have had the Forest. That's fine, we'll just pack this. Now we have to consign the pack trigger. Make a land drop, attack in the air, draw 7, Allosaurus. Actually, I feel like, oh my gosh. So again, another mistake, something to consider. Drawing 7 first before attack, seeing if we can get the Galta one shot. So let's play out Allosaurus. Go here, here. So like, we could have won by Neoforming, Summoner's Pact, that whole thing. So let's just pass. We could Neoform into something also. We could like Neoform into Galta or whatever. Alright, this goes off. We'll see what they get with that. Third Amulet. I mean, they're not going to be double Pact Negation, so it doesn't matter, but if this is, like, you need to win this turn, we should have won. And we're just going to let them do whatever. They have another Titan in hand. We'll pact it. They can't do anything. Consign the trigger. Misty. And they concede. But yeah, this time we would Neoform, Summoner's Pact, and just one-shot them with Griselbrand, Xenagos, and all that. Alright, so against Amulet, we have Nature's Claim, Force of Vigor, into the Flood Maw, Consign to Memory. We want all of this. Take out the Veils. Packs are usually not that good. Obviously, they were amazing that game. Take out Ureni, 1 Galta, Mandrills, maybe 1 Pact. And try that. Ooh, this hand. It's a nice full house. Obvious mulligan, though. Alright, we'll keep this. We have the combo. Put back Atraxa. We can go Hedge Maze, Neoform. Like, boom, boom. Arboreal Grazer. Bounce Land, Boseiju. Xenagos. Okay, so we have the one-shot combo. Just draw it naturally. So now we can just go get Galta and one-shot them. Assuming they just like tap out and do nothing. There's a Saga. 1, tap out. It's blunking. Perfect. And they play the Otawara into Amulet. Alright, so they just lose. Go get a Hedge Maze. Planar Genesis to the graveyard. Force of Vigor is hilarious. Little overkill, but it's okay. Summoner's Pact. Get Allosaurus. Pitch here and here. Neoform. Get Galta. Put Xenagos into play. Trigger Xenagos. Attack for lethal. Nice little turn 2. Alright, so that was some more Neobrand in Modern. Unfortunately, we punted away our clean sweep, but the other games went pretty smoothly. There's not too much to say that we haven't already said in our previous videos, but having main deck Veil of Summer was pretty awesome. It definitely came in clutch, and our opponents definitely weren't expecting it. Like we said before, this list is pretty stock overall. There's always a few flex spots, but what I thought we ran tonight felt pretty good. The sideboard flex spots with Stag and Turn the Earth had some potential too. But overall, if you're just running this core 73 list, I think you're going to do okay. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this Neobrand video. If you want to see more Neobrand content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.